Welcome to the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gymnasium here in downtown Boston, Massachusetts for a NUMAC matchup between the visiting MIT Engineers and the host Emerson Lions. These two teams are coming off games on Wednesday. MIT beat Clark in overtime 90-84 on Wednesday. Emerson lost a heartbreaker buzzer beater at Babson on Wednesday. I'm Avi Kargloth here on Emerson Channel Sports, joined here by my good friend Johnny Menachia. Johnny, how are you doing today, my man?
I'm doing well. I'm really excited because I know this is going to be a great game. I just know it.
Tell me about the factors of this game. We've got players on both sides we have to look for. Who are you going to be looking at for today's game?
Emerson, it's Jared Houston. It's got to be Jared Houston. And if I know Coach Curley, he will get Jared Houston involved early and often. He has a 3-inch difference, so he's got that height advantage, and he's one of the best rebounders in the NUMAC, one of the best finishes around the paint, and I see him having a field day versus MIT Engineers squad.
And for MIT, anybody to keep your eye on for them?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's Ian Hinckley, the junior, averaging 20 points per game. He is their guy, so efficient. I mean, we look at his numbers. He's just an efficient shooter from deep, an efficient finisher inside, and if you're Coach Curley, you got to key on him because this team doesn't really have a lot of other guys that can create their shots. Alex Cho averaging 17.5 points per game. He hasn't played since December 5th. He's not playing today. He's out. So if we can key in on Hinckley, I think Curley will like that, and we're going to have a lot of success.
This is the second game of a doubleheader. Right before this game, the Emerson women's team, they were battling the Springfield Pride in a game that was thoroughly dominated from start to finish. Kate Foltz, Quinn Madden, they had some big performances, but Springfield, from start to finish, won this game 81-40 in a big NUMAC clash. And the Emerson men's team looking to hopefully draw a split out of this doubleheader as they take on the visiting MIT Engineers. Emerson, the men's team, they come into this game 11-7, 4-3 in NUMAC play, including a 6-3 home record. MIT, they are 10-8. They are 3-4 in NUMAC play. The last time these two teams played a low-scoring game, 54-44. Emerson won that game on January 15th at MIT. And these two teams, they split the regular season series last year. Johnny, that game, MIT scored just 8 points in the second half. 8 points.
And that's interesting for you to add that, Avi, because Emerson was one of 5 teams to beat MIT last year. This MIT Engineers team were so good last year, made it to the tournament, actually won an NCAA tournament game. And of course, nobody will forget the day where WPI upset this MIT team on their home court to give Emerson a home playoff game in the NUMAC championship, which obviously Emerson came out on top on that one.
A big buzzer beater that resulted in Emerson hosting the NUMAC championship game and then winning the NUMAC championship game. And we are underway here at the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gymnasium. Glad you're aboard with us here on Emerson Channel Sports. As Jack O'Connor misses that 3 short. We'll give you the starting lineups as we go. Matas Masai, number 4, starting for MIT. Ian Hinckley, number 5. Giannis Katsaviarglu, starting for MIT, and a 3 is up and in.
And again, like I said, this is a very efficient offensive team, and you see 3 from the corner to start off.
Katsaviarglu with the first points of the game. And a steal, that's Dan Pillsbury with the ball, wearing number 24, and number 21 is Kale Cordoni. Another 3 from Katsaviarglu misses.
Same spot, though, and I mean, he was once again wide open.
And there goes Nate Martin with a jumper, Emerson's first points of the game. Martin starting alongside Jack O'Connor, Trevor McLean, number 10, Zach Waterhouse, who had an incredible game against Babson last time out, and of course, number 23, Jared Houston.
Nate Martin, always the X factor. Oh, whoa, what was
Great
that?
closeout by Jack O'Connor. He caught Ian Hinckley in the air, and you could call that a double dribble.
You don't often see that one, Avi.
A turnover nonetheless. Emerson's ball. Trevor McLean bringing up the ball for Emerson. The Boston native. Waterhouse torched Babson. A good give and go with Jared Houston, and he rattles that jumper home.
You see, they didn't help on Jared Houston, and a guy that can pass this ball very efficiently. You see, nice cut, Waterhouse, the mid-range pull.
Pillsbury back out to Masai.
Oh.
Bumped. Chatsaviarglu saves it. 7 seconds to shoot. They got to put something up. Masai fakes away from McLean. Misses. And good. Trevor McLean with the rebound.
Sorry, Abby, but good rebound there from Trevor McLean. He kind of got faked out of his shoes as you see Waterhouse pull back and nail that shot.
Zach Waterhouse has hit his first 2. He's heating up. They don't want him going off like he did against Babson.
Absolutely, and those are the things that McLean does so well. Just the little things. He may not score, but he's going to grab a defensive rebound when he's undersized by 3, 4, 5 inches.
Pillsbury outside. Cale Cordanawi. Turnover. O'Connor to Waterhouse. Back to O'Connor! Jack O'Connor drops it in for 2.
A nice dunk early by Jack.
Down the way! Jared Houston met him at the top! Rejects Ian Hinckley. Here goes Waterhouse, O'Connor, Martin, Houston. Back out to Waterhouse for 3. Ooh. Oh, that was halfway down.
Again, now they draw to Jared Houston, and again, a great pass to a wide open Waterhouse who's going to knock that in 9 out of 10 times.
Head coach Bill Curley's got to like what he's seeing in the opening couple of minutes. Good ball movement all around from his Lions.
It's just a mismatch with Houston down there. So much bigger. Again, you see it.
Pillsbury lost it to Houston. Houston not giving it up. And ooh, rejected. Cale Cordanawi leapt to get that one. What a block.
That was athletic. That was very athletic.
Jared Houston slow walking his way to the hoop and getting rejected, and Cordanawi
it's just too easy.
Subbed out, and Jared Houston, like you said, Johnny, finishing right by the basket.
I mean, just look at the match there between 22 and big fella 23. I mean, it's just a weight difference, it's a size difference, and Houston will have a field day.
Number 22, Grant Miller in the game for the first time for the Engineers. And Miller going baseline. Ball swing. Chatsaviarglu ends up with a shot. Miller tips it around, and he gets the offensive board. Hinckley stepped out of bounds. Emerson ball.
I mean, that's 3 in a row of just great defensive possessions. Everybody closing out on shooters. And that's part of what Curley, goes in scouting this team. He knows who the shooters are, and, it gets relayed to these players who they come in with a game plan and they know exactly how to execute.
Trevor McLean subbed out James Beckwith, the freshman in the game for the first time. O'Connor looking, and away from the ball, a whistle, and I believe they're going to call that an offensive foul.
Did we get who that was on?
And it might have been a 3 in the key. It might have been an offensive 3-second violation.
Yeah, you might be right there.
No foul was called. I thought they were going to call one on Houston, but they did not. And play will continue on with the Lions leading by 7. A dribble drive, Pillsbury, and he shuffled the shoes, a traveling violation.
The spacing by MIT right now is not great. I mean, there's nowhere to go, no space to dribble, and, they got an open corner 3 to start on the first 2 possessions, and after that it's been, all Emerson.
Head coach Bill Curley calls out a play. Interior pass ends up in the hands of Waterhouse! Oh, and he tried to put him on a poster.
Jeez.
And that's going to be a foul on Ian Hinckley. Waterhouse.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa. He went up there with bad intentions.
He shot out of a cannon, Avi.
Back iron, no good. Zach Waterhouse.
Look at this. Look at the athleticism. Pogo stick, 2 hands, and just missed. Clearly a foul. Only thing you can do when Waterhouse is rising up.
Even when he doesn't dunk it, he's still a human highlight reel.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we saw, I believe it was a week ago against Wheaton. He came from the rafters on a putback jam, and I mean, I've never seen this place more energized.
Waterhouse, the 2018-2019 NUMAC Rookie of the Year. And Masai's shot is short. O'Connor ends up with it. Martin the other way. Left hand. Ooh. Not able to drop. Rebound to Hinckley.
That was something you'd see on 2K. I mean, that just stayed there on the rim for about 5 seconds, wouldn't fall.
Hinckley inside. Miller's shot's blocked. Waterhouse down the court. A catch and shoot 3 for O'Connor. Steps right into it, and Jack O'Connor has given the Lions an 11-point lead.
It's all Emerson on the offensive side and on the defensive side, and that's what I love most right now. Everybody paying attention. I mean, look at that. I mean, that's a contested long-range 3. Just everybody locked in on defense.
Waterhouse trying to find Houston. Pass deflected. Here goes Houston in the post. In the corner, Nate Martin. No. Chatsafiarglou with the rebound.
Again, time and time again, though, Jared Houston has it in the post, and in the pass, cross court, finds a wide open shooter.
MIT's got to get something going to fight back into this game. Entry pass to Chatsafiarglou. He's doubled in the post. 10 seconds to shoot now. Masai for 3. That one was halfway down. A good look, not able to get it to fall. O'Connor feeds Waterhouse. Not that time. Chatsafiarglou the rebound.
You gotta wonder if Curley, I mean, the tempo by Emerson is just push and go and attack. And you gotta wonder if that's what Curley wants.
Chatsafiarglou, I believe O'Connor blocked that. Houston not able to control the ball, and it goes out of bounds. It stays MIT ball. Houston and Martin will be subbed out. Trevor McLean's back in, and the senior Ben Holding, or as my good friend Bailey Kennedy would like to say, Benny Buckets is in the game for the first time. And head coach Larry Anderson from MIT. A full timeout is called.
And they need it. I mean, we saw, you know, the first 2 possessions they had open looks. After that, everything contested. As you see, here's this O'Connor dunk, fast break, Waterhouse. And this team is just so unselfish. And then another, oh my goodness.
If that had gone in, this place would have erupted. But Johnny, you see here, 12:44 to go in the first half, 14-3 score. O'Connor has had a couple of good shots. Waterhouse has had a couple of good plays. Chatsafiarglou is a missed three-pointer away from MIT being blanked right now.
Yeah. And, you know, he got 2 looks, and he didn't make the second one. So you even wonder, you know, is he a viable option shooting the 3-ball for them? But 1 of 10 right now, just 10%. 1 of 5 from 3, 20% on that end. And then Emerson, 6 of 12, 50%, have forced 5 turnovers for these Engineers. And, I mean, again, it has been all Emerson. And it seems like the guys are having fun. You see Waterhouse, the bench is up, the crowd is up on that missed dunked attempt. And, you know, O'Connor's dunk has the crowd going wild early. So you love that, especially at Brown and Plofker, where you know the fans are always going to bring it here, Avi.
Yes, of course, and the student section is active in the Lions' Den. Ben Allen in the game for the first time for Emerson. And hello to his grandmother watching.
Yes.
Glad to see family members always watching These incredible players play so hard every single game. And McLean is hounding Masai on the outside. 5 seconds to shoot.
Oh,
Masai, he gets it off somehow, but it doesn't even hit the rim.
Off a timeout, that's tough for Coach Anderson. I mean, that is not what you want, you know, when you draw up a full timeout.
And head coach Larry Anderson in his 25th season, 18th coach in the 118-year program history. O'Connor with a nice ball fake. That pass deflected. Masai steals it. Down the court, Chatsavioglu. Stripped by Holding. And Beckwith down the other way. Feeds Allen. And he will slow things down as Emerson will look for a good look. A slow walk to the hoop from Beckwith. Got his own miss. Not able to finish the play.
Little too selfish there from James Beckwith. We know he can, you know, really shoot lights out, but I think there he needed to kick that back out, grab another possession.
Miller trying to find a player in the post. Chatsavioglu is the player. His shot is rebounded by Holding. O'Connor. Beckwith for three.
There
yes!
I mean, he can shoot lights out, Avi.
James Beckwith. A quick release. And the assist goes to O'Connor. Chatsavioglu at the free throw line. Hands. Miscommunication. Allen ends up with it. O'Connor ahead to Holding. And he goes down in a heap. And the student section there to pick him right back up.
I mean, that's what Brown and Plofker is. Students ready, helping their guy up, making sure he's all right.
And Holding went up strong to the hoop for two. Ben Holding.
And I want to go back to that James Beckwith three. We look top left corner. New MAC Rookie of the Year last year, Zach Waterhouse. You got to wonder, maybe James Beckwith could win that award this year.
Definitely a possibility. Beckwith averaging 9.3 points per game. O'Connor set him up beautifully. He had his feet set. Just a pure release as he knocks it down, and the bench loving it. Beckwith, though, does take a seat as Holding misses the second free throw. The freshman guard, Max Davis, in the game for the first time.
Let's see if we see 22 Grant Miller for the Engineers control the ball top of the key. He's had it about 5 times for, you know, a wide open jumper. He doesn't want to shoot it.
Coach Curley has subbed in a lot of his roster in the first part of this first half. Masai, no hesitation on that three. O'Connor skies for the rebound. Bullet pass to Holding.
Oh.
Euro step. Oh. Benny buckets for two.
The nickname. He did it justice there.
Ben Holding with his first field goal. 3 points. O'Connor, good activity on that deflection. The Emerson coaching staff really letting their guys know how well they're playing. 20-3.
In a new MAC game again.
There goes O'Connor the other way. O'Connor steps into a three. No. Miller is fouled on the rebound. And that's going to be on Ben Holding.
1 for 12 for the Engineers to start this game, Avi.
Not an ideal start.
Check out that Euro.
What a sweet move. Tim Kostolansky in the game for the first time for the Engineers. Zach Waterhouse, Jared Houston, Nate Martin, they're all in as a foul is called.
Wow.
A push. They're calling that one on Nate Martin. That's his first. And Masai was just overwhelmed there with the perimeter pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a push. Tighten up the handles there.
So Emerson's got Waterhouse, Martin, Houston, Allen, and Daniels. Hinckley a catch and shoot three. No. Offensive rebound to Pillsbury. Kostolansky. No. Waterhouse controls.
Engineers fans cannot believe this. The looks on their faces, wondering what is going on with their squad.
Houston is doubled inside the Waterhouse, and he traveled. He shuffled his feet just a tad. And a turnover with just about 9.5 minutes to go in this first half.
Turnover there, just the third for Emerson. Excuse me, the fourth. Still a +5 advantage there, though.
And like we mentioned before the game, in the second half of their meeting at MIT, the Engineers only scored 8 points in the entire second half. They only have 3 so far, and now make it 5. Giannis Chatsaviarglu has all 5 of the Engineers' points.
And that was a 20-3 run by Emerson, finally halted by that bucket there.
Daniels, a catch and shoot 3. Off the rim, no good. And Masai will cross half court and promptly call a timeout with 8:45 to go in the first half. And it's all Emerson so far.
It is all Emerson. We didn't see this coming, did we? I mean,
No.
I certainly didn't.
In a complete role reversal of the first game of this doubleheader, the Emerson women's team got blown out here at home by Springfield, and now the men's team returning the favor to MIT. As on that play, it was Jack O'Connor, as you saw right there, who had a block down low. Jared Houston, like you said, Johnny, before the game, he's making his presence felt. 2 points, a rebound, an assist. He's been a size problem. He had a shot blocked in transition, but mostly good things from the inside all around by the Emerson Lions.
I mean, it is. It's been awesome. And you mentioned Houston again. He just draws so much attention because of, the size difference that he provides. And he doesn't get recognized enough for, how well he is in, he works for this offense. You see Jim Hop there in the building coming to support the Lions. But again, back to Houston, when he is down low, he's got vision, he's got moves, and he's got plenty of game, that's for sure.
So Emerson has Waterhouse, Martin, Daniels, Houston, and Allen. Pillsbury, Kostolansky, Chatsafiarglu, Masai, and Ian Hinckley make up MIT's lineup. Giannis Chatsaviarglu, the only player to score for the Engineers at this point. Daniels poked that loose from Downey, and a push. And Max Davis gets called for the foul. 8:31 to go in the first half. As Hinckley was trying to make something happen on the perimeter. They got to go through him. 0 for 4, though, so far.
They're trying to go through him. You see him turn it over there. It's just not working. It's just not working. I mean, the defensive awareness that he is their scorer, it's been awesome by Emerson so far.
Ben Allen brings up the ball for the Lions. Finds Waterhouse. Allen and Waterhouse, both from New Hampshire, from the same school, and that's a moving screen or an offensive foul on Jared Houston. But back to Allen and Waterhouse. Both went to Winnicott High School. Both from the Hampton, New Hampshire area. And Downey finally, that's Ian Hinckley making his first shot of the game for MIT. Inside, Houston, double team, no foul called, and now they will, a late whistle.
Really late whistle, but the right call, I think.
Originally, they were going to let MIT get away with it, but a foul, and that is on Ian Hinckley. That's his second.
There's not much you can do when 23 has it in the post.
Even with a double team, Johnny.
Even with.
Jared Houston at the line, as Houston is swarmed in the post, as we see there. Jack O'Connor replaces Ben Allen. Jack Healy in the game for the first time, replacing Max Davis. With Jared Houston at the free throw line. Fun fact, Johnny, I only found this out recently. Jared Houston is an RA.
Is he really?
He's an RA here at Emerson College.
I mean, that's a do-it-all athlete for sure. You gotta love that.
That's a student athlete for you, folks. As Hinckley, another different Emerson defender. It was Max Davis guarding him earlier, and now it's Healy. Chatsaviarglu misses that. Rebound. Last touch by the Engineers.
Hinckley 1 of 5. Maces 0 of 4. I mean, it's been tough. Even Chatsaviarglu, he's only 2 for 6 after that miss.
Coach Curley calling out instructions to his team. A high screen from Houston. O'Connor whips a pass in the corner. Healy.
Oh, nice.
Inside to Houston for 2. A great pass by Healy.
You gotta love that pass from Jack Healy. Knowing the big fella's open, you find him.
Masai facing some pressure from Nate Martin. Pass whipped. And a foul. Kostolansky got fouled. That's on Jared Houston, his second.
And that's where this game could be dangerous, because now there's 2 fouls on Jared Houston.
Tim Kostolansky at the free throw line. Good on the first. And Houston, after picking up his second, will promptly sit. And Holding will come back in the game. That's why he's such an important piece of this team coming off the bench in their front court.
Absolutely. I mean, he provides that, that 1-2 punch.
Kale Cordanawi comes into the game, replaces Tim Kostolansky, who has had a word with head coach Larry Anderson as he heads to the bench. 24-9. Emerson leads as Holding on the baseline. Healy, Waterhouse, not that time.
Another nice pass though by Jack Healy. The extra pass found an open Waterhouse.
Hinckley stumbling as he delivered that ball. Chatsaviarglu, uncontested, glides into the rim and puts up a layup for 2. Holding with a jab step. Martin, bounce pass to the corner. That's Healy. No. Holding tracks down the rebound. MIT thought there should be a push-off. Inside, Martin couldn't handle it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. O'Connor is fouled on the drive. And that foul called on Chatsaviarglu as he reached in to try to take that one, his first foul.
Look at O'Connor here. Just knows how to draw the fouls. You see earlier on that possession, Coach Anderson was upset. It looked like Ben Holding just pushed one of the MIT players out of the way there as steal.
Hinckley takes that away from O'Connor, and then he gets fouled by O'Connor. That's his first. And James Beckwith comes back in the game to replace Jack Healy.
But Chatsaviarglu, he's been the reason that MIT has been able to bring this back to just 13. He's got 7.
A foul and an offensive foul. That's Ian Hinckley. That's his 3rd personal as James Beckwith hit the deck.
Yikes. I mean, that's their best player. He's got 3 fouls.
And he's just 1 of 5. He's missed on both of his 3s. And head coach Anderson is going to leave him out there. O'Connor rises. No good. Rebound leaks back to Martin. Beckwith, no hesitation.
Oh, wow.
Doesn't even hit the rim. Are you kidding me? James Beckwith. That guy can score.
I really think he should be in contention for NEWMAC Rookie of the Year. I mean, he's got to be.
O'Connor nearly had a fast break opportunity there. Masai. Chatsaviarglu rises. Oh, that 3 rolls out. Down the court, O'Connor to Beckwith. Beckwith thought about a 3, now will hold.
The ceiling of this place would have came off if he pulled that.
O'Connor looking for somebody to get open. Holding, taps it, Beckwith, no! What a pass off the simple deflection by Holding. O'Connor, no. The Lions getting a little 3 happy there.
I mean, all the shots are open though, Avi. I like the, shooting from that distance. They're wide open. We know those players can make those shots.
Masai went up for the shot and he is fouled. Ben Holding picks up his 2nd personal. And Matas Masai will head to the free throw line. The freshman from Oak Brook Terrace, Illinois. And Masai, his first point of the game. Holding and Martin will head to the bench. Trevor McLean back in the game, and into the game for the first time comes Stephen Fabrizio, the freshman from Duxbury, Mass. And you see Coach Curley going to yet another big, while Holding and Houston sit with fouls.
Steve Fabrizio, a super athletic guy. You got to watch this guy in warm-ups. He can really throw it down.
He sets a screen up top for O'Connor, who dishes to Beckwith. Off the dribble, pulls, no good. Rebound fought for and corralled by MIT. Hinckley still out there with 3 fouls. Inside, Chatsavioglu backing down Fabrizio. Gets him to bite on a pump fake, but he missed the shot. Beckwith to the other corner. McLean in trouble. He picked up his dribble, and the ball is turned over into the hands of Dan Pillsbury.
I think Trevor McLean's got to shoot that one. He knows it. He's upset. He's got to shoot that 3.
Masai off a screen. Chatsavioglu pick and pop. Now down low to Cardinawi. And Fabrizio with the weak side help blocks Masai's shot, and it was last touched by MIT.
And there it is. You get to see some of the athleticism of the freshman, Stephen Fabrizio. Take a look at it here. Driving and get it out.
Definitely got a piece of that ball. As we're approaching 3 minutes to go in the opening half. Waterhouse spins, steps back, wide right. Hinckley the rebound.
Waterhouse, an elite scorer, but that's a tough shot to make, fading back, spinning around.
Coach Curley's got to keep his guys focused and make sure they're within the system. And the ball, last touch by MIT, great pressure from the Lions to force another turnover. And Curley will call timeout.
And I don't want to speak too soon, but I am loving everything I see from Jack O'Connor. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, triple-double watch, maybe. You see Beckwith here.
There was one of O'Connor's assists as James Beckwith just put that on repeat, my good sir. And a great help play from Stephen Fabrizio. Freshman making plays, things to point to for Coach Curley, that he can show his team how well they can play. This is a quality opponent that they are really controlling the game against.
I mean, who wouldn't want to play for Coach Curley? I mean, the energy this guy has, the experience. He was in the NBA for a little bit, kind of a journeyman. Didn't really get to ever make his name, but I mean, this guy knows his basketball. And of course, that Final Four run with Boston College.
2019 NEWMAC Coach of the Year, and a 3 from Beckwith. Number 3 is hitting threes. And Johnny, I don't need to remind you who are number 3 before Mr. Beckwith.
Oh, I mean, look, that number, maybe it should be retired, but James Beckwith, definitely this year, he's showing that he can do that number justice.
And here he comes down the court, picked up his dribble. O'Connor looking for a screen from Fabrizio. Waterhouse, Beckwith, McLean in the corner. Beckwith looking for Fabrizio, and a miscommunication and a turnover with just under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And a substitution quickly by Emerson. Max Davis replaces Beckwith, who will get some words of advice from his head coach. Chatsaviarglu, hands in the game for the first time, is Julian Manyika, and it's stolen by O'Connor! Slides to the hole for 2. Hold that layup pose, won't ya?
That was really nice. And again, Jack O'Connor has been locked in on the defensive side of the ball so far.
Pillsbury. Inside, that shot is missed by Cordanawi. He gets it back and goes up strong. Wow! Kale Cordanawi with a soft slam. That basket will count and one.
Curley very upset. He's saying to his freshman, why are you trying to block that? I mean, that's just an easy foul, and I mean, really nice play there.
Steven Fabrizio whistled for his first personal foul. Cordanawi missed the free throw, and Chatsaviarglu tried to save it, but he last touched it. And it looked like he bumped into Trevor McLean a little bit. Did not like that.
Well, he also got in contact with O'Connor, too, gave him a shove.
Approaching a minute to go here in this first half. Emerson up 32-15. Here goes Davis, Waterhouse, O'Connor, 4 seconds to shoot. He's got to put it up. In the corner, there's Davis. And a shot clock violation. He did not get the shot off in time.
O'Connor,
great defense by MIT.
Yeah, really good defense. O'Connor probably, I think, is the one you maybe want shooting that shot. Probably just unaware of the time on the shot clock.
48.5 seconds left on the game clock here in half number 1. MIT and Emerson, NUMAC rivals. The number 1 and number 2 ranked teams in the NUMAC going into the NUMAC tournament last year, with MIT being number 1 and Emerson being number 2.
How about that from Max Davis? The transfer clapping right in the face of, I believe, Dan Pillsbury.
Trevor McLean whistled for a foul. He fouled Matas Masai. And a 1-and-1 free throw shooting for Masai here with 35.3 in the half. And that shot will roll in, so he'll get another free throw. And MIT, really the only person who's made multiple field goals has been Giannis Chatsaviarglu.
And yeah, I mean, he's made multiple, but he's also been not very efficient. 3 for 10 shooting the basketball.
And head coach Curley telling Trevor McLean to run a play. This will likely be their final possession of the first half. They're looking for O'Connor. Chatsaviarglu poked that away. It rolled off of his hand, and it's MIT ball.
That should be a foul.
And they're letting him play here. 12.7 on the clock. Shot clock turned off. Masai gets a screen, guarded by Davis. Lost the ball. Masai rolled off the rim. Impressed he was even able to get a shot off. But it rolled off the rim, and that's how the first half will end. 32-16, Emerson doubling up the MIT Engineers at the break.
I mean, credit to this Emerson team who, you know, it was defense, and that was the main key so far. And Curley has his squad locked in on defense. It is not often you can, you know, say in a NUMAC game we allowed 16 points and a half. That is very tough to do. You know, a lot of these are low-scoring efforts, but I mean, I did not expect this. That's for sure.
And MIT got into it a little bit late in the first half. It was a more thorough effort in the first half of the first half. Second part of the first half, though, they started to close the gap. Before we go to break, Johnny, what do they need to do to make sure Emerson stays ahead?
Keep that defensive, tenacity that they've had all, day so far. Keep that going. And if you keep that going, this game could get out of hand.
32-16, Emerson leads at the end of the first half. We'll be back here at the Brown and Plofker for the start of the second half. Welcome back to the Bobby Brown and Stephen Plofker Gymnasium here in Boston, where the Emerson Lions lead the MIT Engineers 32-16 as we get ready to start the second half. This is a battle of some great players, but also, Johnny, a great matchup of two coaches, as Avi Kirkloff here with Johnny Manacchia. Johnny, we've got on one side with Emerson head coach Bill Curley, on the other, Larry Anderson. Head coach Curley, the 2019 NUMAC Coach of the Year. Emerson faithful, they know what he's about.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Coach Larry Anderson, shout out, 25 seasons at a program that has, plenty of just success. 9 NCAA appearances, a Final Four in 2012. He led them to a #1 ranking. He's been ranked top 25 in 8 of the last 11 seasons. I mean, you got to shout out a guy that just knows how to coach. And yeah, they didn't win the NUMAC last year, but they had an exceptional season. That is for sure.
And head coach Curley, of course, a first-round NBA draft pick back in 1994, and a great move to start things off by Cordanawi for MIT. I want to give a shout out to Chris Beckwith watching this game, and to all the relatives of players watching here on Emerson Channel Sports. We're glad to have you aboard. Waterhouse launches and connects. Zach Waterhouse opens the second half with a scoring punch.
Great pass by Trevor McLean. He had an open three, but he knows, Waterhouse is the guy to shoot that shot.
A screen up top for Pillsbury. Chatsavioglu flips it up over Houston, and the putback is no good. The Lions go the other way. Waterhouse. O'Connor. Ball fake for three. Back out Waterhouse. Martin from straight away. Yes! The perimeter passing ends with Martin wide open, and Nate Martin. We haven't said his name a lot today, Johnny, but he has impacted this game tremendously.
Yeah, I mean, again, we have not talked about him a lot, but he's the X factor. He's so reliable, and the strides he's taken from last season to this season are, something that everybody just has to. Kudos to him, man. You got to appreciate that.
Definitely, as Emerson forces an out-of-bounds turnover. MIT gets the ball back, and Cale Cordanawi replaced by Grant Miller. As McLean controls for head coach Bill Curley's offense. O'Connor, they're looking for Houston. Martin drives, stops. Not able to hit that one.
Yeah, they were definitely looking for Houston there, but doubled. And they don't want to force things, that's for sure.
Giannis Chatsavioglu. A pass to Pillsbury. And Dan Pillsbury, that's his first shot attempt of the game, and he drills a three.
Well, a couple nice possessions for the Engineers to start.
Houston, he sees two bodies. He also sees O'Connor, who dribbles into a three. No, but there goes Martin, and Grant Miller did a good job tipping that ball away.
I mean, that's O'Connor's shot, though. Dribble, pull up, and a quick timeout there by Coach Anderson.
Less than 3 minutes into the second half, and Coach Anderson wants time, and Johnny, you started to allude to it. Larry Anderson, in his 25th season, has been with the program since 1995. 407 career wins. He got his 400th career win this season back on November 23rd of 2019 against LaSalle. A New England Basketball Hall of Fame inductee back in 2009.
Rightfully so.
2-time New England Coach of the Year, 3-time NUMAC Coach of the Year. He's coached some pretty good players, Johnny, including Bradley Jomard, who graduated last year as a senior. He won NUMAC Player of the Year, much to the chagrin of many Emerson fans who, if you remember, thought that it would be Mr. Jeffrey Gray who would win the NUMAC Player of the Year.
I mean, both great players, both some of the best that really the NUMAC has ever seen. Obviously, Jeff Gray playing professional basketball in Israel, So, you know, I mean, that just shows you that the new MAC comes across, you know, some talents that you won't ever see again, and you just got to marvel at it. And that was surely Jeff Gray, and again, Shirley Bradley Gennard.
Jeffrey Gray, of course, a member of the 1,000-point club, 1,662 points in his historic career with the Emerson Lions. He's left the program in a pretty good spot as Ian Hinckley hits his first shot of the second half.
And I mean, he was the guy that we talked about earlier, and I guess if you're him, that's got to feel good, but that first half is one to forget for him, that's for sure.
So MIT scores out of a timeout. We'll see how the Lions respond as Martin feeds Houston.
Got to go at that, yep.
Houston doubled, finds O'Connor, no. Chatsaviarglu corrals the rebound, his fourth.
Got to go at that if you're Houston every time, especially with that size difference.
Hinckley, a high screen, a good play from the defense. There goes Houston, left hand! Just placed it right off the backboard.
The lefty finger roll from the big fella. What a beautiful sight.
And a great defensive play as Hinckley was trying to go over the top of that screen and roll. But Houston with a defensive play and then gets rewarded with 2 points in transition.
And that's all Coach Curley. He called that out. And again, quick hands.
O'Connor, Houston, down the court, a touchdown pass to Zach Waterhouse.
Brady to Edelman. There it is.
All smiles here at the Brown and Plofker gym. All smiles, that is, except for Coach Curley.
Or for some Pats fans in the building, maybe Garoppolo to Kittle. Right?
As we are on the eve of Super Bowl Sunday, Houston, that pass a little too strong as he was looking for Martin.
Of course, Emerson doesn't have a football team, but you got to wonder, maybe if they did, Jared Houston would be playing quarterback.
Yeah, sign up the guy who's 6'10" for the football team. That's what I recommend, as we've got a foul on Trevor McLean, his second. And Trevor will get subbed out, replaced by James Beckwith. And Trevor McLean heads to the bench. Trevor's got a rebound and 4 assists.
Little things he does, the little things for this team.
Inside Chatsaviarglu, the jumper. Hit a couple times off the rim, rebounded by Waterhouse. Martin. And a foul.
And that's definitely been the point of emphasis so far. We saw it last time as you see Martin here driving, drawing the foul. Maybe could have been an offensive foul with the extended arm, but Emerson seems to be going above the pick on the defensive end. You've seen a couple times. O'Connor able to get his hands in. Houston able to get his hands on the ball.
Julian Manyika, his second personal foul, as he recently just checked back in the game for Hinckley. Houston back out to Jack O'Connor.
Oh, man.
A crossover to his left. O'Connor, he maybe should have shot that ball. Masai with the steal. Down the court, Chatsaviarglu. Pump fake. And a great defensive play by Nate Martin. Are you kidding me? I want to see that again.
How did he get his hands in there?
Chatsaviarglu, pump fake, got Martin in the air and all the way down. Up. That might have been a favorable call Emerson's way that shouldn't have been. It didn't look like Chatsaviarglu touched that. Waterhouse hesitates. Finds O'Connor, swings to Martin, yes! O'Connor to Martin for 3, and the Lions lead by 22.
Defense and passing, that's going to win a lot of ball games, and this Emerson team is not selfish. That is for sure.
Hesitation, dribble drive, good shot from Dan Pillsbury. 3 Lions tried to block that shot.
But Avi, even you look at that, right? And that's just how locked in these guys are on defense. 3 guys it takes. You see Beckwith, another 3.
Oh my! James Beckwith cut it out.
Sheesh. That kid can shoot.
He's something special, isn't he?
I mean,
4 threes from James Beckwith. He's the game's leading scorer with 12. A catch and shoot 3, Masai answers right back. That was a big 3 for MIT.
James Beckwith has a release I've never seen before. So quick, so smooth, and just so efficient.
Entry pass to Houston, deflected. Last touched by MIT.
Big fella going down hard on that one.
Muna Nwana in the game for the first time for MIT, replacing Julian Manyika. Meanwhile, Ben Allen has come back into the game for Emerson, as he replaces Jack O'Connor. Houston missed that runner, and he hit the deck. Pillsbury down the other way, feeds to Chatsaviarglu, an easy bucket in transition for the Engineers.
Well executed 2v1. Draw your defender, pass out, easy layup.
Martin, quick drive to Houston. I thought he was going to throw that down. A soft slam will do.
I think the Lions den over there, Brown and Plofker, wanted it, but still, great hook shot there from the big fella.
50-30. The Lions up 20. Here in the second half, Masai. A 3 in the corner, too long for Nwana.
You're going to live with that if you're Coach Curley.
Shot clock did not reset. Chatsaviarglu banks in a 3. Giannis Chatsaviarglu. He's got 12. And the lead down to 17.
Bank open on Saturdays around 4 p.m. here. Whoa!
Gliding to the basket is Nate Martin. He was walking on air.
That was super athletic from the sophomore there. Take a look at this.
Look at where he takes off,
right?
And look at where he lands.
Sheesh.
From outside the paint, right into the middle of the restricted area. Nate Martin with a great play and completes the 3-point play. He will be subbed out by Max Davis. So Emerson has Davis, O'Connor is in, so is Ben Holding, Ben Allen, and Beckwith. Masai, Chatsaviarglu, Grant Miller, Nwana, and Pillsbury. As Pillsbury is fouled on the shot attempt, Ben Holding picks up his 3rd foul. So Holding and Houston have 3 fouls apiece with just under 12 minutes to go.
And as you said, Max Davis checked in. What a find for this Emerson Lions team. You know, didn't need a lot of depth. They already have that. But to get a guy who's right around 6'6", can guard a lot of positions, got a decent jumper from outside, he's going to really help this team if they want to try to win the NEWMAC.
And those are the kind of guys Coach Curley wants in this program. As Chatsaviarglu a little too aggressive in the backcourt. And that's Chatsaviarglu's 2nd. He fouled Holding.
Giannis Chatsaviarglu from Athens, Greece. That's the thing about MIT. You know, with such a big name school, they get guys from just about everywhere. They got a player from Tokyo, Japan, Athens, Greece, Kansas, Illinois. You name it, they've got it.
Max Davis's pass hits the basket and ricochets out. And a turnover for the Lions. MIT hasn't gotten close particularly, but they have prevented this game from getting incredibly out of hand.
Again, there it is. 22, Grant Miller. I mentioned that in the first half. Has a wide open jump shot. All the fans are saying shoot it, and he doesn't want to do it.
Masai nearly had a great fast break opportunity. Did a good job sitting there as they were trying to get the ball to Beckwith in the corner. Allen inbounding, finds Holding. Back to Allen. Allen flips it up with the left hand. And not able to get that one to go. Giannis Chatsavioglu, the rebound. Pillsbury, and he's pushed. Foul is on Max Davis. That's his second. And if Emerson doesn't hold back on the fouls, Johnny, MIT is going to get in the bonus.
Yeah, pretty soon. I mean, again, still 11 minutes left. They're up 19. Let's make it 17. But you definitely don't want to foul with, you don't want to be in the bonus with 8 minutes to go.
Giannis Chatsavioglu, an impressive step-back shot there.
He's been most of their offense today. 14 points he's now up to. Starting to get a little more efficient, 6 of 15. He's made 2 of 4 from 3.
Davis, a great pass to Beckwith.
Oh, man.
I didn't even see Beckwith. I just saw the follow-through, and you knew it was going in.
The coaching staff for MIT, the bench, they're just shaking their heads. Why are we leaving him open, they're saying. James
Beckwith is 5 of 6 from deep. And that three hit nothing but nothing from Nuana. James Beckwith, 5 of 6 from 3. He's got 15. He just catches and launches.
I mean, it literally takes like half a second for him to get that thing off, and it's just so pure.
Beckwith will take a breather as Trevor McLean has re-entered the game. Chatsavioglu guarding O'Connor, a kickball violation. Shot clock resets to 20.
O'Connor only 7 points, but again, a do-it-all game, 5 assists, 8 rebounds. As you see the travel there from the freshman Max Davis. But again, Jack O'Connor, he has been locked in on defense, on offense, doing it all for this squad.
Jack O'Connor, the senior guard from Newport, Rhode Island. And a foul on Trevor McLean, ran into Masai. O'Connor, he's a member of the 1,000-point club. He'll get his name put up there alongside Jeffrey Gray and Charlie Boyle. The NEWMAC tournament's most outstanding player, 33 points in the NEWMAC championship game to help give the Lions their first program NEWMAC championship in a game that no Emerson fan here will forget.
Mr. MVP. I mean, he was launching and hitting in that game, and yeah, I mean that's a memory that he and this Emerson squad will never forget.
Ian Hinckley misses a shot as he comes right back into the game, replacing Muna Nuana.
Another rebound too by O'Connor, up to 9.
Davis on the drive, a good drive. The shot will not count. And a foul on Ian Hinckley. That's his 4th.
Yeah, I mean, he has been a non-factor for this team. 4 points, 4 rebounds. But, I mean, we talked about him. We thought he would, have a game even with the defensive, the defense going to focus in on him. It just, he hasn't had it.
Ben Holding exits the game to a nice ovation. Jared Houston in for him, and the turnaround hook. How are you supposed to guard that?
You just can't. You just can't.
You can teach someone how to dribble a basketball. You can teach someone how to shoot a basketball. But you can't teach height. A 3 the other way from Matas Masai. And a quick timeout called by Emerson. A 30-second timeout.
His team is just locked in, Avi, and it's fun to watch. It really is. You see Beckwith, 5 of 6 from beyond the arc, and then you see him, getting a steal on defense. That's what it's all about.
Jared Houston now has 12 points. Interestingly, only 1 rebound for a guy averaging 8.8 rebounds per game, one of the top rebounders in the NEWMAC. Nate Martin, he's got 11 points. Zach Waterhouse with 10 points. 4 players for the Lions in double digits. Waterhouse also has 7 rebounds and 5 assists. And we haven't even mentioned Jack O'Connor, with just 7 points, but 9 boards, 6 assists. Guys like Beckwith hitting threes all game long will do that to you.
You got to love that. I mean, the freshman just rise, fire, and hit. And when he is in a rhythm, he is so tough to guard.
McLean picked up his dribble. He's got to find someone. Finds Davis. Davis, a screen from Houston. Pass to O'Connor, misses the three. Allen to Houston, a good feed from Ben Allen.
Right place, right time. Goes for the rebound, takes a hit, still grabs it, and a nice pass to a cutting Jared Houston.
Giannis Chatsaviarglu whistled for his third personal as Jared Houston heads to the free throw line, hits his first. Houston comes into this game shooting 67.2% from the free throw line, 67.8% from the field. One of the top shooters in the NUMAC from the floor.
I mean, he's so tough to guard. So big, so athletic, so smooth. Just everything about his game is just tough.
Well, he hits those free throws, give him 14 points on a 5 of 7 shooting. He's made all 4 of his free throws as Trevor McLean just ran through 2 screens like they were nothing. And Miller, they are clearly going to let him have the ball on the outside. Chatsaviarglu, on the other hand, misses a 3. Miller tips it to Chatsaviarglu. Pulls back. Pillsbury launches, misses. And O'Connor finally ends the possession with his 10th rebound.
He's got 10 rebounds. Another 3 will put him at a double-double.
Allen to Davis. Davis, McLean for 3. Got it! Trevor McLean from downtown. And the Boston native has his first points of the afternoon.
Everything falling for Emerson now, Avi. And it's fun to watch.
Pass deflected into the hands of Houston. O'Connor to Davis. Davis steps into a 3. Wow. Yes! Just cut it out, Emerson. Just cut it out. Max Davis getting in on the action. Here goes Pillsbury. He is fouled.
Well, welcome to the three-point party. And we got a front row seat.
Best seats in the house, Johnny, as Jack O'Connor whistled for his second personal foul. Max Davis hitting a 3. Trevor McLean hitting a 3. And each of those were their first points of the game.
I mean, yeah, it just feeds off, you know, when the attention is on a guy like Houston, a guy like Jack O'Connor, you're going to have open threes.
Grant Miller sitting now for MIT in the game for the first time. Cooper Driscoll, a 6'5" forward, a sophomore from Wallington, Pennsylvania, and he will be the lucky player on the Engineers that will get to guard Jared Houston. And a switch now as Houston missed it. Allen grabbed it. A scrappy play from Ben Allen. Here's O'Connor, the runway. It hangs in the air. What a sweet layup.
That was really sweet. Little jelly at the end from Jack O'Connor.
9 points now for the senior. Masai bringing the ball up was just hounded by McLean.
Just no space for the Engineers to operate. Oh,
Houston
man.
said no. Saved the ball, and it was last touched by Pillsbury. What a great play. Jared Houston, not in my house.
You're just dribbling into, you know, bodies, Emerson bodies.
It's a wall. He's a wall.
It's a wall, and it's just, it's not working. And it's been a tough day so far for the Engineers. What a performance by this Emerson squad.
68-51, the Lions lead, under 7 minutes to go in the second half. Davis thought about it. Houston inside now. Feeds O'Connor. Wide open. Yes, sir. Woo! Jack O'Connor for 3. And the Emerson Lions lead by 30.
It is hot in here. Everything falling for this Emerson team.
Masai nearly blocked.
Another rebound.
And a foul is going to be called on Driscoll. Cooper Driscoll called for the foul, and free throws coming for Emerson, a 1-and-1 situation. But the blowout is on, Johnny.
It is on. It is on.
MIT, this is a team that had historic year last year, only lost 5 games. As O'Connor's free throw rolls off the rim. MIT down 30. This is still a good team. This is a team that can compete in the new MAC. Not as good as they were last year. They lost 3 really important seniors. But this is still quite a team as Pillsbury gets fouled by Davis.
That's tough, yeah. Max Davis has upset himself there. Trevor McLean, one of the better defenders on this team, saying just go straight up. You don't have to jump.
3rd foul on Max Davis. This is a lineup that Coach Curley likes. He's letting them play for a bit.
You can't talk enough about Jack O'Connor's game. 12 points, 10 rebounds. He's got the double-double, and he's close to that triple-double with 7 assists. And again, too, we talked about it, but he's just been locked in on defense. Plenty of steals as well to go along with him with his triple-double, almost triple-double effort.
O'Connor on the outside. Driscoll guarding him with a ball fake and a foul. And Cooper Driscoll will send Jack O'Connor right back to the free throw line. That's 2 fouls and another 1-and-1 free throw opportunity for the Rhode Island senior.
I always wonder, Avi, you know, when it doesn't show your assists and rebounds, it just shows your points and fouls. I wonder, like, does he know he's close to a triple-double? What do you think?
I don't know. Somebody's got to be telling him. I would assume that would be associate head coach Jack Barrett. The guy that's probably telling him that, as O'Connor knocks down a pair of free throws to give him 14 points. O'Connor, one of 5 players on Emerson to reach double figures in scoring.
I'll tell you this, when I played basketball and the score, it didn't show the score, I always knew how many points I was scoring, that's for sure.
Cooper Driscoll nails a 3, as you see associate head coach Jack Barrett here, another assistant head coach Colin Halpin. And Houston into the corner finds McLean, and he'll back it up. Allen to Houston, and Houston right to the right wing, and that is Max Davis, his 2nd 3, and this is why Curley likes this lineup.
Engineers on the bench just so upset, so frustrated, yelling, "What are you doing? Why are you leaving him open?"
And Allen hit the deck hard. Ian Hinckley responds with a 3 of his own. About 4.5 minutes remaining in this one. As O'Connor finds McLean, who looked like he stole that pass intended for Max Davis. Davis! Oh, he was feeling that shot.
Yeah, he was.
That would have been something that gone down.
The shimmy by the transfer.
Masai, a quick 3, rebounded by Hinckley. Davis poked it away, and then he gets whistled for the foul. That is 4 fouls on Max Davis, and Jack Healy will enter the game. Jack O'Connor heads to the bench with about 4 minutes showing on the clock.
Probably his curtain call, right? You gotta wonder. 4 minutes left in this blowout. Probably won't see him again. What a game.
O'Connor, not the most efficient night, 5 of 12, and he made just 2 of his 9 threes. He made 2 of his 3 free throws. He had a double-double with 14 points, 10 rebounds, and 7 assists. As Ian Hinckley hits both free throws.
Oh, man.
Only his first trip to the line so far. McLean gets the ball in the corner, misses. And Pillsbury collects another rebound.
This Max Davis kid is fun to watch, man. He's got a jab step, he's got handles, he's got moves.
Houston blocks the shot of Cooper Driscoll, but Pillsbury is able to flip it right back in. Dan Pillsbury quietly putting together a pretty nice game with 12 points and 6 rebounds. Houston His pass deflected out of bounds. Under 3.5 minutes to go. 17 seconds on the shot clock.
Gotta wonder when you'll see McLean and Houston check out of this game. Houston's still in with 3.5 to go.
Houston drives baseline. His pass deflected and knocked out of bounds again. And these are important minutes for Coach Curley and his ball club. Healy breaks free, catch and shoot. Back iron miss.
Jack Healy, the sharpshooter, though. That's his shot. And Avi, just quick looking at the stats, 5 Emerson players in double figures. I mean, that's awesome.
A balanced effort as Chatsavioglu's shot is short. Rebounded by Ben Allen. Down the court to McLean. To Houston, and he's fouled. He was a little bit too far away from the basket to throw it down, but a good play in transition.
And this Emerson crowd wanted one more exclamation point on this win. Houston's just a little too far.
Giannis Chatsavioglu picks up his 4th foul as Houston knocks down the free throw. He has had quite a game, Jared Houston. 5 of 8 shooting from the floor. That was just his first miss at the line, and a miscommunication leads to an easy steal from Healy. Davis spinning, finds Houston. Got it to go!
What?
Jared Houston, say hello to your residents.
And how about the no-look pass from Max Davis? You saw him break out the handles, and he's flexing on him in this absolute blowout.
Curley's trying to take him out of the game, and he finally is able to with Steven Fabrizio, and he gets a nice ovation from the Emerson faithful as he heads to the bench with this game all but decided. An offensive foul.
Wow.
Cooper Driscoll with a moving screen as Trevor McLean went flying there.
Still locked in, Avi, on both sides. And thanks for playing, Engineers, but not your night tonight, that's for sure.
McLean gets a screen up top from Fabrizio. And Allen on the outside to Davis, steps into a 3. Oh, are you kidding me?
Stop it, Max!
Max Davis!
Where did he come from? My goodness, what a find again. Coach Curley just knows how to recruit and find players.
From Oakland, California. Came into this game averaging 4 points and 1 rebound per game.
And he shot that one from Oakland, California. My goodness.
He's 3 of 5 from deep with 9 points, and he's got 3 assists. A jump ball is called with just under 2 minutes to play.
Oh my goodness.
A different form than Beckwith, but just as lethal. And he will head to the bench. Words of encouragement from Coach Curley. And Jalen Agado in the game for the first time as he will likely play out the final minute and change. And a steal there from Pillsbury. He takes it himself with the left hand. Dan Pillsbury has arguably been MIT's best player today. 14 points and 7 rebounds on a 4 of 5 shooting. And he's also 5 of 6 from deep. Agado gets double teamed. McLean to Healy. Healy off the dribble, too strong. Allen, the putback is blocked. Still no reset shot clock, 5 seconds to shoot. Allen for 3, Ooh. Not that time. Rebound to Ian Hinckley.
That would have made the place go crazy if that one went in.
Less than a minute to go in this one. Masai. That shot looked like it was going to go in. It gets waved off because of offensive interference.
Yeah. Still
free throws coming as Ben Allen gets whistled for his first foul. Matas Masai with 9 points. He's at the free throw line, and give him 10 after that make. And Giannis Chatsa Viarglu gets subbed out, replaced for the first time by Aaron Fuchs in the game.
Not the Giannis we were expecting when we saw the name on the roster sheet, but nonetheless, Chatsa Viarglu was a good force for this squad.
Trevor McLean and Ben Allen get subbed out. Sif Nabulsi in the game for the first time. Brian Lupianes in the game for the first time for the Lions as well. 83-57. Johnny, when you look back on this game, what are you going to remember most about this one?
Just the defense. I mean, I don't think people understand how hard it is to blow a team out in general, but a NUMAC game to blow a team out, I mean, that's tough to do, especially a team that, last year was really the king of this conference. You see the nice moves there, but blocked. But again, it starts with the defense, and then that's when you're locked in on defense, that's when you start to lock in on offense, and we saw it with Jack O'Connor and James Beckwith and Nate Martin.
Healy adds another!
There it is.
The finishing touches of one of their more impressive wins of the season. And I do not know, Johnny, the last time Emerson swept MIT in a regular season series, but they are on their way to doing that today.
That's very impressive. Very, very impressive.
Sif Nabulsi whistled for his first personal foul. That will send Masai back to the free throw line with 12 and a half seconds in this one. A 1-and-1 is missed. Saved by Hinckley. And Fuchs dishes Driscoll, and they don't even get a shot off. And the final buzzer sounds, and a sound victory it was. The Emerson Lions defeat the MIT Engineers 86-57. Emerson improves to 12-7, 5-3 in NUMAC play, and that will drop the Engineers to 10-9 and a 3-5 record in NUMAC play.
Huge win, great response after losing at the buzzer to a very, very good Babson team, and I think we're both expecting that game, Babson-Emerson, here at home to be one of the best of the season in the NUMAC. And just another quick note, right? Field goal percentage, over 50 for the Lions. You don't see that much, and everything was falling. 46% from three, Avi.
Look at they hit 15 threes in this game, Emerson did.
I mean, that's NBA numbers. That's Rockets numbers. That's just insane. And again, the response after losing such a heartbreaking loss to a very, very good team, one of the best in the nation, to come back, foul it up with a dominant performance. That is how a Bill Curley coached team, is expected to win.
And 5 players on Emerson hit double figures tonight, led by 18 from Houston. They got 15 from Beckwith, a double-double with 14 for O'Connor. Martin had 11, and Waterhouse had 10.
I mean, again, when you're locked in on defense, offense will just come naturally, and that's what it was. It was just unselfishness and being ready, knowing the game plan, and that's exactly what Bill Curley did. Told his team this is how we're going to do it, and they executed.
Well, that just about does it here from the Brown and Plofker Gymnasium.
Future Lions right there.
Future Lions on the court now. For Johnny Menachia and everybody here at Emerson Channel Sports, I'm Avi Kargloth saying so long. We'll see you next time. Emerson, a winner today.